Okay, Taka, here we are today. I wanted to cut you a CD and also for other customers to be other people and wonderful players to give them an opportunity to understand some things about angle retention and the micro feelings that one needs to have to learn how to retain angles. Since, in my humble opinion, near 90% of people that start the game start it the wrong way, and therefore started in the long game rather than the short game, it's really difficult to come up with solutions for angles and path and retention and how the body moves and whatnot. So that is precisely why we're here to share with you what you and I started. And this took you a short time to get to this position, but this position has to be understood in the drills that are necessary to create this position. But you can see on these little short shots your angle of retention coming forward here, right there especially. And you can see this change of angle on the way down, the change of momentum, and how the angle gets a little bit deeper. Whereas on the other guy in the golf swing, you'll be able to see that you lose the angle in that position a lot earlier. And you can see those differences, and I'll make these guys match so we don't cheat any. And there they are. And so that's a real big change and a necessary change, of course. So to get to these places where impact is a whole lot different than it was before, there are several things that you can do to enhance that and grow that, and several things that other people that are watching this video can do as well. And I want to let them have an opportunity to see some of the things that we do. Okay, you discovered a new feeling when I took your golf club and kind of gently held it towards you on the way down. And you discovered feelings in your fingers and in your hands and even in your thumbs and in your right elbow on how that right elbow delivers on the forward swing. You can see the right elbow nice and tucked underneath you here as you start with your hip and start to move the elbow to the front of you. Whereas before, that right elbow was way up on top here before. But now with a gentle hold, and you can see I'm not holding it much, I'm just gently touching it with my forefinger and moving you into a little bit better position. Now you can feel that, and when you start to feel that, you start to grab the microcosm feelings that are important to you, not important to anybody else, but important to you to catch. And that is just wonderful. And then what we have, of course, is a great straight line position at impact right down your left leg, like everybody that plays the game quite well does. And therefore you can put a lot more pressure and cover the golf ball, as we call it in golf terminology, and pinch the ball against the turf, and your divot happening well in front of where the ball used to be. Those are good positions, but you could only catch that feeling with a little bit of my help or a little bit of the golf club pushed against you that I used to hold out there as well. But great drill for you to have someone help you with. Okay, here's that same drill from the other side, so you can catch the feeling of where to have your person help you and stand there on where they should be. As you can see my touch there on the forward position. And I'm not really holding, I'm just gently kind of pushing against you a little bit as you deliver your legs and the golf club on plane into impact. Another important ingredient too is how that shaft hands butt end of the golf club is delivered into the impact position. I'm going to do this in a little bit slow motion here, and you can take a look and see what you and I were doing. We get that golf club on plane moving up in the golf swing, and then on the forward motion I'm going to stand there now in front of you, and your responsibility is to be able to deliver that right back down on the same angle that I'm holding it, also in the same positions that I am there at impact. And by that I mean you would not want your lines of your golf club and the shaft of your golf club with your hands delivering forward or toward the golf ball on the way down. This would be a very negative position to be delivering. Even if there were nice angles, it would be well forward of your original starting position. So your hands started at a dress position similar to this. They didn't start way forward like this, so we want to deliver that right down into impact, on correct path, and still in position as where you started from. Now I'm going to run that through so you can see what we did there and clear that out of there. There you have it. That's much better. Very good. Those are real well done. I realize you don't have these type of contraptions, but this nice little contraption does a few things for you, and we did this inside our teaching facility here, and you started to get a feeling for the angles just by this kind of holding you in there. So let's do that together, and we'll show you here so you'll recall. That just helped you understand the delivery of the angles, the machine did, and got way over into the impact position and really, really close to what you would really like to have, and that is your left arm all the way down your left leg, in the front of your left leg, and your shaft having a little reverse or de-lofted or trapped feeling on the golf ball, with a well-positioned left hip and solid left side that you're hitting the shot against. Much, much better. What also it did for you is it helped you deliver your right elbow well in front of you. And you remember when we started, your elbow was way out here. Now, delivering on a nice angle in front of you. So that was of great benefit. But you don't have these things at home, and they're expensive to purchase and whatnot. So here's another thing that another little unit that you can purchase for really, really reasonable cost. And that is this swing guide, and it's really simple, and it really worked well for you. Several reasons why it worked well. Not only is it a good guide to assist you in where your right elbow belongs, but it's also a great guide to assist you on the way back, how your angle, your shaft angle and your path angle and your arm angle. This little thing has a little catch thing on your left arm, if you recall, and when you catch it going up, you're on path on the way up, and on the way down you start to set your angle deeper right there. Look at that, set deeper. And you've never had that before. And with a little practice with this very reasonable cost item, that would be really of great benefit to you. You will soon learn what it feels like to have really solid angles. And there's your position. Very, very good, Taka. Very good. So Taka, our goals, of course, are to get ourselves into great position, and just with a little bit of practice, you're going to be able to get there. There's no question in my mind. Most people don't start with the short game, but remember to do that, because that short game is the precursor to the long game, and all the little attributes of the long game are right there in the short game in micro feelings. So each and every day that you have a time, every practice session that you have an opportunity, start with your short game and then work your way into your long game. And you'll start to achieve angles that are looking in your long game a lot better, like this. Beautiful, beautiful angles. And not only that, it'll help your short game a ton with the delivery position, timing positions of your hips and arms and hands and shoulders together, and your centerness over the golf ball. Lots of good things will come from this practice. All right, I'll watch your progress and we'll see where we go.